Robbie, it was a 2-1 defeat to St Johnstone. How did the team view that game overall?
Bitterly disappointing in the end. There's a lot of angry heads in there because we let the game slip. We got ourselves in a good position in the game. We didn't see it out. We didn't control the game. Didn't look after the ball well enough at times, and 2 mistakes cost us.
In the end, it was maybe a game where we could have and maybe should have got a point in the end, but was it a good barometer in terms of where we are against a team that just came down from the Premiership and are riding high at the top of the division?
Yeah, absolutely. We've showed that we're more than capable. We're going against any team, and especially the team that's at the top of the league. They're there for a reason because they're a really good team. But we showed that we're more than capable of matching them, and at points even being better than them. I felt at points in the game, we were on it. We scored a great goal. Rightfully got ourselves in front. After we done well to defend at the start, they were on top at the start, so we rode that a wee bit, and we got ourselves into the game. But there's positives to take, certainly.
We move on to Tuesday night now, our rearranged game against Ayr United, and a chance to get back out there pretty quickly. Is that something that you and the boys are looking forward to? That's
what any footballer in the world wants, a chance to react quickly. We'll recover as best we can, as quickly as we can. We'll get in the training pitch and we'll try and see how we can impact the game against Ayr, who are also a good team, but we're more than capable of beating anybody in this league.
Back at home and a double header inside a few days here, and then Partick Thistle, and you'll be looking forward to getting back to home surroundings where we've started the season really well and trying to make KDM Group East End Park a bit of a fortress.
Yeah, that's it. Home games are massively important at any club in the world, and it's no different here. We definitely want to make it a real fortress and a tough place to come. We've picked up points at home so far this season, so here's hoping that next week we can bring lots of points back home. But we know it's not going to be easy, but we'll be right up for it.
In terms of yourself, you seem to have slotted into the team really nicely and settled really quickly. How's it been over the last few games since you've signed?
Yeah, I'm really grateful to the staff and the players for bringing me in so well. Grateful to the gaffer and the coaching staff for trusting me. Firstly for putting me in the team and giving me the time I've had so far, and I'm just trying to repay that as best I can. I certainly didn't do my fair share of the goal tonight. I take criticism on that, but I'm grateful that I've been trusted so far, and I really am trying to put a shift in for the group.
How do you feel you've been welcomed by the supporters who turn up in big numbers and sing loud and proud every week? Yeah,
absolutely brilliant. There's lots of people shouting my name, and little kids asking for autographs and to sign their tops. I'm the first one that will go over and do that for them, because I know how happy it can make them, and I'm grateful for the backing that they give us, especially here, other away games and at home. We really need their support, especially after games like tonight. We need them more than ever.
As you said, the fans get right behind the team, home and away, and I was just saying to the manager how come the end of the game the fans were still sticking behind the team, singing loud and proud, clapping yous off, and after a defeat and that feeling of disappointment, that must really lift yous as well, that the fans are right behind yous and encouraged by what they're seeing on the park.
Yeah, it really does. You can feel so low in football at times, but when you've got a group of fans like we have, it can really lift your spirits. And we're so grateful and so privileged to have fans like that, and we're just trying our best to repay them. Of course we didn't do it tonight, but we've got two games next week to try and repay their faith.
Positive mindset going into Tuesday, onwards and upwards?
Absolutely, that's it. You've got to move forward in life.